Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Anything But Anything Goes. My name's Miguel.
I'm Brendan.
And welcome to episode 73, folks. Today we have a fun roller coaster for you. On the docket today, we've got... Oh, that's it. Dumb Money. No Ahsoka. Personal Watches. Blink-182 released some new music, so we get to talk about music for once in a while.
Yeah.
And then we're going to end it with our Scream tier list, because... I guess it counts as spooky season.
It's definitely fall started today.
Fall. Today was the first day.
First day of fall.
Brendan, welcome to the show.
I'm always here.
How's your day?
Fine.
We're filming. For the first time, we're filming, I guess, in front of an audience.
It's weird.
And it's because it's
so fucking
like
weird.
A laugh track. We made a joke, and it's just like. Oh God, Brendan.
Yeah. I want to. Go.
I'm going. I need you to meet me here.
What are we talking about?
I'm
first?
up here.
What's going on?
Tell me about your beer.
My beer is not beer. It's cider.
Okay.
It's
better than the finesse last week.
Mackenzie's Pumpkin Jack Cider. Not sponsored.
I figured out in the intro, right?
No, you gotta talk about it.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
In the intro, there's a nice little space where after I give the what we're doing for the day, there's a really nice space to segue to a sponsor.
Yeah.
I need you to work on that.
Okay. This is peanut butter whiskey from Barley Creek Distillery. Not sponsored, but we'd like to be, so reach out.
It's fun. You really try to make us like a drinking channel, and it hasn't, because every time we drink, it's either we're falling out of the chair already, or it's 5 minutes and like, this beer is good.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
We don't need to be a drinking channel to get beer fucking,
That would be great.
Like
sponsors.
sponsors.
I don't even want free beer. I just want free stuff. That's like the bare minimum.
I think everybody wants that.
I'd like for somebody to reach out and be like, hey, I'll give you like a 10% discount code to
Costco.
Dick's Sporting Goods or something. That'd be... Brendan.
Yeah.
Why didn't you watch Ahsoka this week?
I've been busy
This is our
watching,
bread and butter.
I've been
okay?
busy watching other shows, and then we went to the movies more than usual.
We went to the movies twice.
And then today, I woke up late.
You were drinking all day.
Well, yeah, and I was drinking all day. It was both.
That is our bread and butter. The entirety of the Instagram right now, because we cleared it, is nothing but... It's the same thing as what I said last week. It's 130,000 views.
Okay, spoiler-free review. What do you think about the new episode?
It's really good. When Thrawn shows up, it's great. When Ezra shows up, it's cool.
That's not a spoiler-free review at all.
It's a good episode.
That's all the spoilers.
We'll just talk about it next. We'll have to do like a double feature kind of thing.
That's fine.
You're the worst.
We could just take a break and then do the entire finale, like the second half of the season.
There's only 8 episodes.
So that makes it very easy.
That makes it very... So next week is 7. And
and then we'll skip it again and just do all 3.
Yes, that makes more sense.
Just a whole Ahsoka episode.
Yeah. Even though that's like some of the most viewed things that
We'll figure it out.
You know what we did see this week?
Yes.
Dumb Money.
Dumb Money.
What a good
So
fucking
good
movie.
Okay, so...
And don't say it was just good because of the memes.
But hold on.
Because there's so many other reasons why this movie was so good.
It was the only movie I've ever seen where, like, memes actually were memes.
Yes.
And not just, like, 50-year-old dudes being like, hey, this is a meme. Like, it was
Rage
actually...
comic. That's what it is. Hold on. Keep going.
I don't know. Everything in it was current, and everything was... It was probably taken from the real life, like, current events. So, it, like... They were real memes, and it was just... The stupidity that Reddit has, that it was, like...
Yeah, Reddit's a horrible place, and I really like that the movie...
It was fully on display.
It was incredible,
And,
yes.
you know, it...
Rage comics, Brendan. It's
I don't know what Rage Comics is.
The fuck guy, the Trollolo guy.
Oh, yes. Okay.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
In most movies, it'll be like, look, it's a 50-year-old
It's
dude.
one of
on
those,
Facebook.
or
He's
it's like that kid with the fist
honey,
still
look,
from like 10 years ago.
Ken has cheeseburger. And you're like...
That's not a meme. But in this...
that's exactly what a fucking meme is. Ken has cheeseburger? That's...
Okay. That's a shit post.
Grandfather memes. What?
Yeah, shit post.
Okay, so Dumb Money is more than just the memes.
Yes.
Dumb Money is a
It gave a very accurate representation of everything that was happening.
What kind of movie would we say it is?
Dramedy.
Dramedy.
It wasn't actually out there to be a comedy, but
Yeah.
it was funny as fuck.
It was hilarious.
Paul Dano was fantastic.
Had no
as usual.
right being that good.
Well,
and
he's fantastic in everything.
The first thing I thought when I looked at him was, what's wrong? The Riddler meme. I'm not going to say it again. Because you still probably don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
It's such all I see is the Riddler.
Okay.
And I feel bad because he's, depending on the angle, he's a funny looking dude.
Incredibly. From the side, he looks like an owl.
It's the neck.
Yeah.
It's entirely
And the
neck.
flat face.
It looked good. We were excited. I feel like The strike is what's hurting this movie, I think. That's probably the only bad part.
Well, it's not
Because
really getting a full release.
Exactly.
Like,
Really?
it released last Thursday, and our movie theater had it in the smallest theater.
Well, yeah, but there's also like 25 fucking Disney movies out right now.
Okay, and who wants that? What came out from Disney that you want to see right now?
Right now?
Right now.
Wish
What's out?
looks kind of cute.
Wish?
Yeah.
No. Why?
Indiana Jones was okay.
That came out 2 months ago.
You sip what's in there now.
Yes,
Dumb
right
money.
now.
84% on Rotten
Yes.
Tomatoes. What was the story about?
The GameStop stock market, I want to say crash, but it's not. It's like a rise.
It's finesse.
For
Pump
once
and dump?
people, like the consumer, was able to
Yes.
fuck with the stock market, and
Which
it wasn't
is-
just...
It's really nice
Wall
when
Street.
society can come together for a hot minute and just be like, yeah,
and just
let's
be
fuck people
absolutely
over.
stupid, and it just somehow works out to fuck over the government.
Stonks.
Yeah, stonks.
I
yes.
love that. That was on full display. It was stonks. It was hodl. It was.
The other thing I would
Cats.
give it is the
They
fact
kept calling each other retards.
retards. Yeah, just left and right, and they just were not holding back.
No,
I'm like, you
it
know,
was
like
all over the screen.
everyone's very worried about being very PC in movies nowadays, and they were just throwing retard out left and right. Like
it wasn't
was
like
just,
they were calling people a retard.
they were calling themselves retards.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
No. Not
What they
even that.
were.
They were quote. It was a direct quote and like literal images from the Reddit.
Yeah,
So that's different.
which I love because I'm also
Great.
a big iFunny user, and
You're the only one.
we call ourselves
You're-
retards as well. So like,
Do you really?
yeah,
You're part of that fandom.
uh-huh.
You're. So Dumb Money was good. Let's talk cast. Paul Dano, phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Pete Davidson, another hit.
Somehow getting
Right
better
out of
and
the
better
park.
with every movie.
And he's just doing Pete Davidson. He's not doing
himself,
anything
which
else.
It's fucking fantastic.
Seth Rogen, surprisingly good. Plays a depressed man very
Yeah.
nicely. Fuck, what's his name?
Sebastian Stan somehow still
poor guy.
made the biggest douche
With the
in
haircut.
any film, and they show you the real guy at the end. He looks nothing like that. They just
Yes, he
really
does.
like making
He
Sebastian
looks exactly
Stan.
like it.
He had a soul patch. The original guy was just a nerd.
Nick
and
Offerman.
like Nick, always great, always welcome.
Vincent D'Onofrio,
Who?
Kingpin.
Yes.
That was weird.
Yes.
Very strange because I don't think I've ever seen him in anything else.
You've never seen Full Metal Jacket?
No.
Okay, he's also in that.
No,
really good.
like-
Uh,
Anthony Ramos
once again, don't know.
from Brooklyn.
Yeah. The guy we complain about more than anything on this channel.
Yes, and Clancy Brown,
That name I know. I don't.
Mr. Krabs,
Yes.
as the dad, who this year alone has shown up in movies more often than I'm prepared to see.
Yeah, just
Like John Wick 4
he's been in so
shit.
much.
and
And
Dexter.
we got rid of the flies, but now we have a dog.
We did get rid of the flies.
Yes.
It's really nice to not have to think about flies. Let me tell you.
But he's great in everything, and I feel like no one really talks about that.
Anthony Ramos?
No, Clancy Brown.
Clancy, but how old is Clancy Brown? How many things has he actually been in?
A lot. Easily like 50 things. And that's minimum.
Mr. Krabs. I went to scroll down his Rotten Tomatoes, and it's just
You ever see Highlander?
no.
He's in that. He's fucking scary.
Most of his stuff is rotten. Poor guy.
Yeah, he was also in Sleepy Hollow, which was...
Sleepy Hollow. He was in Tom and Jerry,
Really?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Whoa.
That's
Whoa. Who is he in Tom and Jerry, and who is he in Willy Wonka?
No, that's one movie.
Next.
Next.
No.
You want to just skip it? There's Tom and Jerry, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
No.
SpongeBob the movie, Sponge on the Run. SpongeBob in SquarePants presents the title zone. 2023. Ready?
Yeah.
Scramble.
Don't know it.
SpongeBob SquarePants. John Wick 4.
Dumb money.
Dumb money, yes.
That's actually not a lot, but it seems like
It's
everybody...
not. No, I'm just saying it's like a 180 because you go SpongeBob Mr. Krabs to the adjudicator is now gonna, oh, you shot him in the head. You're fine, Mr. Wick.
Yeah,
You're
but
free
like
to go.
that's also like probably what he's least known for, because most people don't view Mr. Krabs and go, Clancy Brown.
Everybody fucking knows who Clancy Brown is.
Not because of Mr. Krabs, though.
I love Dexter. I'm waiting for him to come up and move the green screen. That's all I
I
want
keep
him to
thinking
do.
you're talking about the show, and like it's
The
throwing
what?
the show Dexter.
Didi.
No, the psychopath one.
That's a good show. I don't know why we haven't watched that yet.
Never seen it. Yes.
There's a revival too.
Yes.
A revival that came out last
Also
year.
never saw it.
Bad.
Okay.
No, it was fine.
Say with that other show that you want to watch.
Which one?
The Sopranos. Many Saints of Newark.
That's a movie though. That's different.
Yes.
We'll watch it. That's a really nice way to segue too.
Yes.
Dumb Money was amazing. Time to move on.
Yes. What are you currently watching?
We are two very different people right now in what we're watching.
Yeah.
I'm watching Dragon Ball GT. And it's bad.
Yeah. There's a reason it's not canon, because everyone hates it.
I remember... Super's not much better.
Super is... I'm watching Super 2 right now. It's infinitely better than Gotenks.
I feel so... Because every time I'm sitting down and we're watching something, I'm like, man, I can't wait to get to the next thing. So when we were watching Kai, I was like, man, this Buu Saga's great. I can't wait for him to become a normal Buu. And then it still sucked.
Yeah.
And then near the end of the Buu Saga, I'm like, man, I can't wait to fucking see baby Vegeta show up. And then baby Vegeta shows up, and I'm like, this is bad. Show me the dragons. And I'm sure the dragons are going to be really bad.
Are you not there yet?
No.
Okay.
No, we just finished the baby saga. We have to get through Super 17 first. You know where he fuses and he has a really weird haircut.
GT's terrible.
GT's bad.
Yeah.
The voice acting is bad.
The animation is bad.
The animation is fine.
The characters are
Super
terrible.
Saiyan 4 is fucking phenomenal.
That's on you.
Kid Goku's annoying.
Yep. Pan, terrible.
Horrible.
Trunks, ruined.
Yeah. Goten, hate his haircut. Gohan, better than in Super.
Yeah, but Gohan's kind of useless in Super.
Gohan is useless in Super. In GT, he's fine. He's just wearing a fucking tux and moving around. What are you watching? Because your show is much better.
I'm watching Friday Night Lights.
It's such a good fucking show. Hold on.
I got like 4 episodes left. I started a week
You're
and a half.
at the end?
I started a week and a half ago. I've been watching it nonstop.
Taylor Kitsch. This show is like 15 years old.
It came out in 2006 and ended around like 2011.
It's a great show.
A stacked cast, but like before they were famous.
Yes. Before what's her name went into John Wick.
What?
Taylor Kitsch.
Who's that?
No, the girl.
Who from this is in John Wick?
Tyra. She's in John Wick 2.
No, what?
The 1. She has black hair, yes. She's the girl that tries to kill him in the hotel.
With the short hair?
Yeah.
That's Tyra.
Yes.
You just blew my fucking mind.
It's a great show.
Are you that's Tyra? There's no way that's Tyra.
Yes, it is. Why am I going to lie?
I don't know.
What is the purpose?
You know who else is in that show who shows up in everything? Landry. The dude from Breaking Bad who shoots the kid.
Well, I knew him from Friday Night Lights before.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And then also, you know, the other person that everybody knows from that show that no one knows from that show.
Dad.
No.
Aaron Taylor?
Michael B. Jordan. You know, the Human Torch, the dude from Wakanda.
How long is he actually in the show?
2 seasons out of the 5.
He's not in the top cast, doesn't count.
No, but he's in it a lot. He's the main character. That show has so much going on. The first season is just all football, and you're like, man, I could watch this all the time. And then the second 2 seasons come around, and it's more drama, and you're like, you know, I'm just watching a soap opera with a fucking football theme.
But it's good.
It is.
It's so good. It's so good that I can remember how it made me feel, but I can't remember.
I started going to the gym more since I started watching it.
It's just that's like me with the ranch. When we watch the ranch.
The ranch,
like,
and you want to drink whiskey more?
No, I want to drink Jim Beam specifically. I'm like, man, you know what? That honeycomb Jim Beam does sound pretty good right now.
Jim Beam is bad.
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the ranch tastes pretty good.
Speaking of the ranch, Danny Masters is in prison.
I didn't like that segue. I didn't like that segue at all. Friday Night Lights.
Sure.
Kyle Chandler.
Who?
Is a man. Eric Taylor.
Okay.
The coach.
Yes.
Is a man that I see show up
Got
in everything.
absolutely pasted in Grey's Anatomy with a bomb. Fucking blown up season 1.
What the fuck is that?
It's the only other thing I remember him from.
I can't wait for this to become a short.
I've never seen
somebody
him.
just hears you go. It's you're like.
I've never seen a man turn into mist the way he did in Grey's Anatomy. Have you not seen it?
No.
It's so violent
I was
for a
gonna
fucking
say he's
TV
in
drama.
Godzilla. Before I was gonna say he got
Which Godzilla? The one with Bryan Cranston or the one with Matthew Broderick?
Godzilla vs Kong and King of the Monsters.
Oh, so the new one with Millie Bobby Brown.
And then Hobbit.
Yeah.
So there's like 4 of those movies now.
Yeah.
He's in the middle too. Why are you pointing at me? What does that mean?
I didn't hear you. I was just kind of hoping you keep going.
Kyle Chandler is the shit. Okay, he's a very inspirational coach in that show.
Yeah.
And every time he does it, I'm like, man, I could totally play football.
Yeah.
I'm in my 20s.
Yeah, I could do this. I believe in me because he believes in me.
He does believe in me. He's a great man. But I love that our shows are such entirely
Different.
opposites.
They're the complete opposite.
Entirely. I'm watching like a really shitty anime from the 90s. And
I'm watching one of the best sports shows ever.
That got canceled.
That
I can't wait for you to get to the end.
it says it has a series finale, and the final season, like it's wrapping up right now, and it clearly seems like it's going to end. He's definitely going to take a college job and leave the team.
Coach.
Coach, you don't say anything. I don't know. I got 5 episodes left.
He dies.
I will.
Hey! What are you doing?
I thought he said, "Hey," like you spoiled.
I know.
And I'm like, do not fucking say it.
No, he doesn't die.
What I absolutely love is that it's a show that revolves around an entire high school cast,
Yeah.
so you could only have them for at most 4 years.
Yeah, they're all clearly never in actual high school.
They're clearly 30 from season 1. One of the main girls is Dove from the Titans show, who I haven't seen anything between that and this.
Yes, Myra. Myra?
No,
What is her name?
Lila?
Lila?
Garrity?
Yes.
Yeah, she's in it, and she's phenomenal in it, but then she just kind of
Minka Kelly.
Yes.
Which, it's a crazy combination, too, because in Titans you have Thad, and then you have...
That, okay, you want to talk about a good TV show?
Blue Mountain State.
Blue Mountain
That's a
State is a
good show.
fucking phenomenal
What
show.
a great show. Is it still on Netflix?
I think it's on Netflix. Have you seen the movie The Rise of Thad?
Yeah, it's bad.
Bad compared to the show, but very welcome.
Yes. It also came out like 5 years after the show ended.
Yeah. And you know what I need now? More of that, but
Yeah.
I can't because he's a serious actor now.
He is. Now he's
and
like
he's never going to be like, get out of my house! That was
Never.
a terrible version of that.
I hate that. So every so often I go on his Instagram and stalk him a little bit, and I scroll down to see
You
when.
stalk Thad.
Listen. I scroll down until I find the first Thad reference on him,
Yeah.
and it usually takes me like 20 minutes to just like going through his Instagram from like 6 years ago,
Yeah.
because he just hates the role.
What do you mean he hates it?
He
Sure,
seems to not like want to associate with it anymore.
Are you sure he just hasn't moved past it? Because like it seems like it was probably like one of his earliest things. Like, so like
Fucking love Thad.
I love that. If I saw him, I would want him to sign a Thad thing.
Be like, I know that you're like a serious 40-year-old man now, but can you scream for me, please?
Can you go get out of my house? Can you?
What a good show.
Can you just call me a sloot, please?
A what?
A sloot.
What is that?
He doesn't call girls sluts. He calls them sloots.
Oh, that's right.
Because he's ridiculous in
But
every
that is
conceivable way.
I adore
That
Thad.
entire
He's a-
show is great, but then the black dude who was the receiver, who was like supposed to have like the Shiloh from season 1 got into a severe drug problem and they replaced him with Radon in seasons 2
Craig
and 3.
Shiloh?
Yeah, Craig Shiloh.
Sam Jones III.
Yeah, he got into a real drug problem, so they replaced him in the 2nd and 3rd season, and it just seems really weird because
With Brandon Randall?
Yeah, Radon Randell.
Brandon Randall. Stephen Amell's in that show.
Who?
Stephen Amell, The Arrow.
Yes, he's the quarterback, and
He
he's
is.
barely in.
He is. So is Chris Romano, who I know mainly from How I Met Your Mother. He's Punchy.
Punchy.
Yeah.
Hold on. Punchy.
Think.
You see the fat dude?
No?
Punchy.
I forgot you have a laptop.
I do.
Darren Brooks, he's 40. What else does he do?
Oh, he wrote the show.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He created Blue Mountain State.
Yeah, the Rise of Thadland came out in 2016. That's crazy.
I was in my senior year of
You
high
were,
school
I was
when
junior.
when I found out about
Yeah.
that show, and it was fantastic. I really wish they had more because it was so good.
It was. That's another one that got canceled.
Yeah, not me. I got canceled.
One more time.
It's really weird how like a show either gets canceled immediately. You get 3 seasons where it's considered shit. You get 5 seasons kind
How
of.
does that happen? How do you have a show like The Flash that's like perfect for like 3 seasons and then it's just 5 more of ass? You have a show like Blue Mountain State or something that they're like after 1 season they're like,
There was 3 seasons.
oh no, I'm saying after 1 bad season.
Oh, because it wasn't even a bad season. That last season was phenomenal. The problem was the same problem with Friday Night Lights. You have a cast that has to age out within 4 years.
Yeah.
You had 3 seasons, and I'm pretty sure they skipped a year or something like that. So he was a senior in the final season. So the entire cast you knew, and then Thad stayed a final year. So you get rid of that, you get rid of Thad.
Yeah.
You get rid of Thad, you don't have a show.
Yeah.
You have all this stuff going on that's very time sensitive. If you wanted to do whatever and make it a football team that's like a pro team, you could technically keep it together and it would make sense.
Brendan.
What?
Brendan.
Yo,
That reminds me of the show that we started yesterday.
Shorzy.
The final season
Yeah.
of Sex Education.
I didn't start it yet.
We started it yesterday. I won't
Okay.
spoil anything.
Okay.
But man, Asa Butterfield is a fucking adult. He's a grown man.
Well, he's
and
been an
seeing him
adult-
stand there and say things like, I want to be a sex therapist, and oh, my penis is on the screen, and he's like has a chin and like this fucking hair growth, and just looks like he's trying to be like, I'm a teenager and I understand what it means to explore your sexuality. You're like, no, you're not. You shouldn't be allowed in that school. You're the problem.
He was 30 when that show started. The problem was he looked like a child and is finally starting to have a slower metabolism and slightly more hair growth, so he's starting to look like a middle-aged man.
He's 26.
That's it?
Yeah.
I could have sworn he was 30. So he was 23 when... Okay, that's closer. That's actually better. That's younger than the cast of Friday Night Lights, that's for fucking sure. Do you want to know what's crazy? The average age I googled for that show was 26 in the first season, which means if you finish the show when it happened and they were supposed to be 19, they were 30.
And they're trying 31 to for like...
Yeah. It was crazy. And what was really funny is the dude who played Tim Riggins on that show took time off to play the Prince of Persia, and it bombed.
It did.
It did so bad, and I feel so bad because he's so good in that show.
He's a great actor in everything that he's in.
Yeah.
Except...
The Prince of Persia.
That one.
What has he been in since then?
I'm looking at Ace of Butterfield right now.
In his new horror film that looks terrible?
All Fun and Games got a 4.7.
Oh, no.
Your Christmas or Mine. Is that a romantic comedy? It is. An Amazon one. I applaud him for trying, right? Ace of Butterfield's trying to get out and break into new things instead of just doing sex education. Because what else has he fucking been in?
He was also in Battleship.
What?
He had Battleship and John Carter in the same year.
Yeah, 2 bad movies.
And disappeared. And you know what's crazy?
What?
He didn't actually take a break. Those came out in 2012. Friday Night Lights ended in 2011.
Yeah.
That was his follow-up.
Yeah.
And he also came out with something called Savages in 2013. What
has he done recently?
2012. Recently, he's in a show called Painkiller with Matthew Broderick since 2023.
What is that?
It's about the pharmaceutical industry.
Is that Apple TV?
It might be.
I feel like it is. Apple TV's got all the RT
He's in something called The Terminal List since 2022. He was in something in 2018 called Something About the Messiah. He was in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
He was Gambit.
I knew I liked Gambit in that movie. Everyone's going to hate me for that. I liked Gambit.
You don't remember the scene where he's like...
He's been in like everything when I grew up, and you just never got to know. That's crazy. He was in that 21 Bridges thing that has...
What's his last name?
Kitsch. Kitsch. He was in 21
Oh, you mean the poster that won't go down at our AMC?
At our AMC,
from like 4 years ago?
He was in John Tucker Must Die.
What is that?
You never seen John Tucker Must Die?
What?
There's no way that girl from that fucking show was...
American Assassin. Is that...
Hold on. I really gotta know.
Michael Keaton.
Was Tyra...
Dylan O'Brien. What a cast.
Was Tyra really in John Wick? There's no way.
She was.
There's no way!
100%. I'm so beyond positive.
She's in the Orville. That I believe. I've seen that.
Look.
G.I.
John
Joe.
Wick 2?
Legion.
No, it's John Wick 1 because
Red Dawn with Chris Hemsworth.
What is his name? Green Goblin.
She was in John Wick.
What is his name?
1. What do you mean? Green Goblin. Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. Yes, because Willem Dafoe almost shoots her in the head.
Yes! I was thinking about the short-haired one from the sequel who was just like, I'm an ambassador.
Oh, the Adjudicator.
Yeah, the Adjudicator.
The annoying one. Who I don't think died, but should have.
Yeah, she's in Robot Chicken.
So Friday Night Lights is good, yes?
Phenomenal.
Sex Education, you should watch. I think
I watched the past several seasons. It's always great. It's getting to be too much to keep track of, though.
What do you mean?
We talked about this off the podcast. They're trying to hit every conceivable sexuality that you could conceivably have. And,
you're going to hate this new season then. And it's so incredibly inclusive.
And it's fine if you want to talk about that, but to make a cohesive show that only has 10 episodes a season, you're like, what's going on? Who's what, when, where? And I'm like, can we just get through this story? If you want to do more, that's fine, but do it from season to season. You cannot throw it together all in one. It's so jarring. Yeah. It's great.
Amazing.
And
you're gonna hate the new season. It's they take the inclusive. I'm fine with it. You know, I've had friends that are like this. It's a whole scope. I think you are the person that's gonna be like, man, I am like an old man who's confused and doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Possibly. Sorry,
but it's good.
I'm just still looking up the cast of the show and everything.
Of Friday Night Lights.
And there's a dude who replaces the quarterback when he graduates in season 4 who played Peter Pan in the one with Robin Williams.
So we're gonna move on now because I don't even want to fucking think of
The
that.
amount of people is ridiculous.
So there's new music out.
Yes,
It's very
there
rare
is.
that we talk about music on the podcast because we only talk about it when it's our
Little niche,
Yes.
pop punk, emo, whatever.
Blink-182 put out some new songs.
2.
They announced a new album.
Yes.
I pre-ordered the physical copy already.
Did you read it?
100%.
I don't like physical media.
I fucking love it. The new
inconvenient.
song, One More Time, very sad.
Very sad, very
depressing.
good.
Very on the nose, too. Like,
Yeah.
my favorite thing right now is the meme of Fall Out Boy that would be like, Fall Out Boy's the type of band to say, man, I'm depressed and I'm going to miss you guys. But the lyrics are like, my dentist shit on the floor, but our lawyer said it was fine, so you should listen to our mixtape.
Sorry, I was
That's accurate.
about the verb.
You were about to verb?
Yeah.
I don't know what a verb means, man.
Vomit burp.
Just, I thought you spoke by accident.
No.
But you had a meaning behind the dumb shit that you said.
That's a word.
That's not a word.
It's verb.
Who's-
Google it. Bet it's on Urban Dictionary.
It's in fucking Wikipedia. It's a real word. Verb?
Verb to vomit burp.
A belch where a small amount of stomach acid is brought up into your mouth, creating a taste similar to that of vomit.
Yes.
So Blink-182 put out new music.
The second song that they put out,
It's growing on me.
it's do not give a fuck. It's
growing
so
on me.
whatever.
I can't wait. Do you see the first name of the first song? The Anthem Part 3?
No. I didn't see the list. I only saw the 2.
No, the whole album's out, man. You can look at it.
Oh, okay.
Like, you can't listen to it, but you
Yeah.
can see the names and shit.
Okay.
October?
Yeah.
And then Set It Off put out an acoustic song.
Acoustic, which is
I
their
just
bread and butter.
want new
Music.
Why is it the same fucking song again, but a little different?
Let's do Midnight. Then let's do 6 songs called After Midnight, but not make it an
3
album.
songs.
Then let's do another album called Elsewhere.
And it was fun.
And it was okay. It was not my thing.
It's
It,
fine.
it felt like a step
I
back to
enjoyed
me. Especially compared to Midnight, it was a step back. And
Well, Midnight was also like,
yeah. And then you come out with Punching Bag, where you're like, holy fuck, you're going hard again.
and then Win Win was fine.
Terrible.
W-I-N.
Yeah. Everything he does with her is garbage. Barbie or whatever, Barbie and Ken,
great song.
also awful.
Great song.
Because he doesn't do his thing. He does cringy
He does
shit.
her thing.
He does her thing, and he's like, "Hey guys," and I'm like, "No, you're
Hey guys, it's me, Cody!
And it's just like, "No, you are Cody. You are angsty, and you play the sax or trumpet sometimes. That's it." Dan played the sax. He plays the trumpet.
Rest in peace.
No, he's not dead.
No, he's dead to us, though.
But you know why? Because he did the emo band thing. Have you seen that? I think I sent you that meme recently. Where every single dude who's a singer or something on a
I
hardcore
know
band.
there are allegations made against me.
We're laughing, but it's very sad that it's just
horrible.
constant.
Alright, so let's get into the
review.
bulk finale ending of the podcast.
I thought we were gonna make this a lot longer than like
45 minutes, bro.
No, but I mean like the Scream segment that we're about to
That's
talk
what we're
about.
about to do. Scream. If you watched Ahsoka, we wouldn't have to be here right now.
Don't rush through this though. I want to talk about all 6
We
films.
can actually throw Scary Movie in there too. Cause
We can now.
Scary Movie belongs in F tier. That's
You want to start with that one? Scary Movie.
no, we'll do Scary Movie last. That's fine.
Okay. Scream 1.
We're gonna do a little tier list, okay?
little tier list. I was just
Yeah.
gonna do a rating.
The tier list, instead of fucking going like S A B, it's a peak A B C D ass. All right, we can just rank them. That's fine. I'll just put it right here. All right, we'll start with Scream 1, right?
Yeah.
Scream 1, 1996, I think.
So here's my thing.
I think it was fine.
Growing up, it was my favorite slasher. It made a commentary on it. The costume was cool, but it wasn't like really scary, especially to be as a child. It was just a dude in a hood and like a cool mask.
Yeah.
But I loved the story of it all. And the ending, like the whole party in the house and everything, from that point on,
Yeah.
it's phenomenal. It's
It is.
perfect. But before that, it's a little bit slow. It's a little bit drawn out. I'm gonna have to put that in A tier.
No, we'll just rank them. You don't gotta tier list them. There's only 6.
Okay.
I think
So
this movie
I'm gonna
is...
put that in like top 3. I think.
You just say which one's worse or better. Don't worry about
So we're just going higher or lower?
Yeah.
Okay, high.
it. I think Scream is higher than Blank.
Then nothing.
Blank
Yes.
Space.
It's pretty good.
I think the first Scream is phenomenal. My problem is, we did the same thing with this that Timmy and I did with the Fast and Furious movies, and that we do with a handful of shows, where we watch them in such quick succession that everything kind of blurred together.
Yeah.
Scream 1, I think you're right that the best part of that movie is the ending. First of all, Sid is phenomenal. Sid is just this, not even badass, but she's just like the embodiment of the characters, really.
In the first one, she's phenomenal.
Yeah,
As
yes.
it goes on,
We're not talking about it as it goes
she
on.
starts to annoy
She
me.
really does. And it's all because she makes the one face of the...
You just don't understand.
Why are you stabbing
I'm
me in the
Sidney
gut?
Prescott. You fucking
The
dick.
twist killer at the end? It's great.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Even though I expected this time, who is the killer?
The boyfriend.
And
Shaggy.
Stu.
Stu, yes.
What's his real name? Matthew Lillard.
I was gonna say Matt Damon. It's not the fucking same.
Matthew Lillard in
Perfect
that
guy.
movie is so good.
He is.
I've also watched videos on this, so I'm going to talk to you about them
He's
now.
gonna be in 7?
In the beginning, when they're sitting at the fountain speculating,
Yes.
he's wearing the boots of Scream, the series, the big black clunky boots that they wear. He's still wearing them in that scene. He never changed his shoes.
Huh.
Because it's Matthew fucking Lillard, and he's always Shaggy.
I fucking love that.
I
I just like looking at the screen caps too of the two crazy killers, and they're just like,
get a little woozy here, man. Just fucking
they're just
give you the
stabbing
fucking
each
phone, dick. Like all those lines are just
other. Phenomenal.
awesome.
You know what's less phenomenal?
Scream 2.
Scream 2.
Holy shit. Scream 2?
Takes a turn.
You ever watch a movie?
Listen, man, you ever watch a movie and
That's
just be like,
so fucking bad, it comes around again and is kind of funny and good, but still you're watching it and you're like, this is a fucking terrible movie.
I didn't think it was that bad.
It was god awful. There was a dance number with Timothy Oliphant in it. Are you kidding me?
There's a background laughter again.
What Scream movie gets a dance number?
Oh no, the best part was Dewey. This is the one movie where Dewey came in and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna commit to being injured. And he had the fucked
He
up
had the
arm,
fucked
and then
up
the
arm,
fucked
he
up
had a
leg.
limp, and then the third movie he's like, yeah, I got this leg thing. It just bothers me. And then the fourth one he's like, I'm limping again. We're like, Dewey, man, are you crippled or not?
Pick one. You can't tell me you have this life-altering illness and then ignore it, okay? Fucking pick one.
Got this fucking limp arm and I'm just gonna hobble around this whole movie just so I can be useless, but then like when they need me to do things and become like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the fifth film but die anyway, like fuck, or fourth, whatever, I don't know.
That makes me so upset.
How many are there?
6. Scream 2 is clearly worse than the first one, correct?
Yes.
Agreed?
Yes.
That's an easy one. I think Scream 2 is...
Garbage. Bottom of the barrel. Dead, or should be.
Should be.
Should be dead.
I'm just excited to get to 4, 5, and 6. I gotta be
Scream
honest with you.
3.
Scream 3?
Great.
Hollywood, right?
Yes.
Such a fucking winner. We were saying this when we were watching it. It's like a roller coaster where 1 is great, 2 is like...
Garbage.
But then 3 is better than 1.
3, the movie itself is better than 1. The twist of the killer is fucking stupid.
Who was the killer again? The pretty boy? From
No.
Grey's Anatomy?
No.
No, the cop.
No.
Who was the killer?
Hey, Sid, I'm gonna kill you because your mom was a whore and I'm your brother. What? Where were you in the last 2? What do you mean I'm just gonna show... Hey,
forgot
Sid,
about that.
I'm your brother. Time to die.
It's one of those twists too that just keeps going where they lock them. He locks them into in the theater.
Gotta get the speech. See,
He's
these
like,
are-
listen, man.
Scary
it's
movies
because
don't
your
make
mom-
killers,
Your
Sid.
mom sucked, and now I'm making
Your
my
whore
movie.
mom makes killers.
And by the way, I'm your brother. Just gonna tack that one on for you.
Which,
okay?
to be fair, her whore mom does make killers. Out of the 6 films, like 5 of them are like, your mom was a slut, so time to die. And it's just like, Sid, man. Sid.
I need a quote. To be fair, Sid's whore mom produced Killer. Listen, okay, Dewey is great in this movie.
Dude,
I fucking love Dewey.
at this point, to be fair, I'm rooting for Dewey to die. It has to happen. I'm like, come on, Dewey, you got the limp. Time to lose an eye. We're gonna fucking have a
Do
peg leg
something.
in the next film. Throw in some fucking cancer just for fucking shits and
This
giggles.
is the point where Courtney Cox, I could
I
not
hate
fucking
her.
stand.
She had this
She
whole
got
redemption.
worse as the movies go on.
Because she had a redemption arc in the first one,
Yeah.
and then they went, but no, she has to be a bitch.
would.
Throw it out the window. Second film, bitch. Third film,
Every single
bitch.
movie, they're like, I gotta write a book. I'm not gonna write the book. Fuck, I wrote
The
book.
worst part is
I'm not
as
gonna read the
bitchy as she was always one of the most competent people in the cast. So she always survived. And we have to talk about this one film, but we gotta get there. So, Scream 4. Is that the one with Hayden Panettiere?
Hold on.
Or is that 5?
Scream 3.
Scream 3.
Is Scream 3 better or worse than
Way better. Way
better
better.
or worse than 1? I'd say it's better.
Overall, it's better, but the ending in 1 is better.
1 is better then. I'm gonna leave that because you're right. That ending in 1,
Phenomenal.
there's a reason that there's more of these. Scream 4, the one that there's just a lot of lens flare and a lot of like weird
The J.J. Abrams directed.
glow. Yes, a lot of weird glowy shit going
Is that
on
the
with
one
bodies.
with Hayden Panettiere?
Yes, and Emma Roberts.
And one of the
not
Culkin brothers. Yes, the one that's not famous. Probably because of this movie.
This was one of those weird times when like all horror movies were trying to do like soft reboots in
Yes.
the early 2010s,
And they were trying to make fun
and
of
none
it.
of them worked. Friday the 13th,
It was
Rob Zombie's Halloween,
Rob Zombie's Halloween is actually good.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay, I don't even think that
Scream
came
4.
back.
No, it
Scream
was.
4 was good, but it was not great.
Scream 4 was surprisingly good for what it was.
My favorite thing in the movie
Yes.
was them in the middle of it going, it just seems like nowadays you have to be gay to survive a horror film. And then with 10 minutes left, this dude's getting stabbed. And he's like, wait, I'm gay. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. It just stabbed him.
No, the best part was the beginning with Kristen Bell when it was just like movie
Kristen Bell?
inside a movie inside a movie.
Yes! Oh my god.
And what's horrible about it isn't the fact that they did it; it's the fact that they got us.
They got
us like once or twice.
They're
and we
like,
were
it doesn't make any sense. It's also expecting. She's like, hey, what? Bang! And she's like, did you expect that? I was like, no!
It's
I
like,
didn't expect
actually-
Kristen Bell to murder someone.
I was actually kind of excited that Kristen Bell was going to be in this random movie.
Yeah!
Now she's a murderer.
The only downside to that movie that I really remember standing out is Emma Roberts, which is
Yeah.
crazy because
That ending is
since,
kind of bad.
since then, Emma Roberts is, I would consider a scream queen. She's in all the American Horror Stories. She's in a whole bunch of horror films. She's great at what she does, but in that, it felt like she was still pretending she was in Hotel for Dogs. It did not make any fucking sense.
That was a deep cut.
Yes, it was.
Hotel for Dogs. Wow. Yeah, I hated her in this movie, and I hated her twist even more because I get it, right?
Yeah.
I get it's I want to make my own story. I want to be the lead in whatever this is. I understand that, but the way she did it, of just like her monologue was bad. The way that she relayed everything was bad. I did not like Hayden Panettiere. They killed her.
They did.
And
But
then-
guess what?
We're not there yet.
They might not have.
They didn't.
They didn't.
I didn't find her compelling whatsoever.
No.
And I found her more fucking annoying than anything. Because the whole time she's like, I want to do this. I'm going to do this. And then you had a perfect point to end the movie too, where she like gets caught. And then you have a whole other fucking 15
Fucking
minute
hospital fight scene.
in the hospital.
most abandoned hospital
Yes.
in the world.
Yes.
With the worst electric bill. All the lights are always off.
Yes.
You have patients dying. How much is oxygen? Turn on the lights, man. Okay. Are you fucking kidding?
Do me this favor, please. I need you to just...
Turn on the
It's a
fucking
little
lights.
dark, okay? I can't see.
The only darker hospital I've ever seen was the fucking hospital from Terminator 2.
Or from Scream 5. Dude,
If you're in the Scream universe
stand up.
and the hospital has the lights off,
Turn
fucking
on.
leave.
Scream 4. Is it better or worse than 2? Better.
Better.
Is it better or worse than 3?
Worse.
Worse. Agreed. 2 more.
Scream 5.
The second reboot. Scream 5.
With the whole new
Has
cast.
No.
Minus
right in
Sydney
this
and
movie.
Courtney Cox.
How did this movie start? Is this the one where he gets stabbed in the alleyway?
This is the one where the dude from Spider-Man gets murdered.
No, that's 6.
Then I forget this movie.
Not because he goes to Manhattan. How does this movie start?
Oh, the same. Jenna Ortega gets
Yes, Jenna Ortega
absolutely
is-
murdered but survives.
Somehow. She gets stabbed like
9
4 or 5
stab wounds to the spine, but it's fine. But Dewey still got a live.
Dewey's perfectly fine. Dewey.
It's a fucking shit show.
The guy from The Boys is clearly the killer, and you see it from the fucking
Yes.
start.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. You see it from the start.
What is his name? Jack Quinn? I believe.
I haven't seen The Boys. You've seen The Boys.
Watch The Boys. It's great.
Want to.
Do you like DC?
So
imagine DC, but good.
Kathy.
How many? What? Kitty.
Oh, and fucking what's his name from 13 Reasons Why?
Yes.
Dylan Minnette. Thank you.
Yes.
No, the bet.
I thought he was also going to be the killer, and he got fucking murdered.
Has absolutely no right being as good as this. Okay. Whatever her name is.
It's a reboot that worked.
It is.
What do you mean from In the Heights? Is she from
movie.
Brooklyn?
Yes.
Fucking stupid shit.
In the Heights cast. Let me find her name. Melissa Barrera. What's his name's daughter? From the first movie.
Oh my god.
Help me here, okay? I can't lead the whole.
Dewey's daughter?
No,
I was taking a drink. Dewey doesn't have a kid. He's got a
who's the
limp.
murderer in the first one?
I'm sorry, that just reminded me of something. I can't figure out what it is. The murderer in the first one. Oh, Billy.
Billy's daughter.
Yes, not Stu.
No, not Stu. That's for a different movie.
That's gonna be the next one that hasn't come out yet. That we
Billy's
all see
daughter.
coming.
The best part of this movie is when the ending. When she fucking
murders
like,
that
man,
guy.
I'm just gonna keep
And she's
stabbing you.
I'm gonna stab you in the fucking face 50 times and then get delivered. You forget my dad was a serial killer. No, we didn't forget. We just didn't expect you to be fucking crazy.
Purpose of relating you to him. That is the reason your character was written, so we'd be like,
yeah.
Oh, makes sense.
I just realized what that tastes like. Eggos with syrup. It tastes like an Eggo. I'm sorry. It was bothering me, but I got it. It's Eggos.
So Scream 5. Is Scream 5 better than 2?
Yeah.
It's better than 4.
Yes.
It's better than 3.
Yeah.
I'd say yes. It's not better than 1.
No. Is Scream 1 still the top of the list?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
You know what is the best one, though?
No.
Yep.
It's not. And you know why?
Why?
What are we talking about? Scream 6?
Scream 6.
No.
Scream 6
garbage.
Don't say it's because it's not in the movie.
It's not garbage because it's not in the movie. It's garbage because Dewey is a fucking old-ass Arnold Schwarzenegger type with a fucking shotgun who's useless.
Yes.
Courtney Cox is running around making every wrong decision a horror movie character can make when she's in the 6th one of the franchise and still has a gun and still just makes the worst decision every fucking time, and you're rooting for her to die at this point because she's such a bitch in the franchise.
Yeah.
And then Hayden Panettiere gets murdered 2 films ago and is just in this.
It's the worst fucking.
But as a
excuse for them to be
disgrace,
like, oh, she's back.
a disgraced CAI agent, where they're like, "Nah, man, she's crazy." Maybe it's because she got hunted. Maybe it fucked someone up.
Think of the bare minimum here, man. Come on.
So they go have this whole thing, and then they go back to the same fucking thing with Sid's mom. Just like.
Wait. What?
Isn't it have to do? No, like there's the whole.
Sid has nothing to do with the movie. That's why she's not in it.
There's the whole family of someone who got murdered. The girl who, the dude from The Boys, he got murdered.
Yes.
And his whole family showed up.
Yeah. The dad was a cop.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Listen, I agree with you, but that fight, fight in the ending.
Look me in the eye and tell me if your son or daughter
aged Billy
got
still has
murdered
the same hair,
and was a serial killer, you'd be like, man, my son was fucking wronged. I'm gonna have to go out and murder many more people.
This is my job here.
What?
I gotta tell you, from a choreography standpoint, from an acting standpoint, from the fact that they're in Manhattan,
not Brooklyn.
People
fucking hate movies in Brooklyn.
Fucking hate movies in Brooklyn. Here to anything but we fucking hate Brooklyn. I think this is easily one of the best ones. Because it doesn't lean on the old ones like it.
I was right. It was the best one until the twist. And it's not even that the twist is that bad. It's that Matthew Lillard is that fucking good as Stu that you're not topping it. You're not. You cannot top Matthew Lillard.
I would say it's second best. It's below the original.
And the fact that they did get Billy back is like pretty good, and like they use,
which is weird. They use him correctly
with the reflections and everything, where you never see him fully.
Like head on.
So you can tell he's older, but they definitely de-age him to where it's like
his face was like
he looks pretty good. And the fact that the movie yet again ends from like the victim point of view and her just stabbing the fuck out of
It's
someone.
so good.
It's just like, is the next Scream film gonna be you're rooting for Scream? Like, what is?
Probably.
I'm down.
She goes to take the mask in the end, right?
She drops it. She drops it in the street, but she's totally gonna murder someone else in the next one.
I want to. She's gonna be like the anti-hero.
Yeah, Jenna Ortega's gonna have to die though. She has to die.
I don't know.
In order for her sister to completely snap and like become.
That's the reason they're gonna go to 8. That's what it is.
What do you mean 8? What
Because
series ends at 8?
You need to have a whole thing.
6.
No,
6
no,
films.
No, look. You have to have a whole thing. If her sister's gonna die, think Hollywood horror movie. She's not gonna die at the beginning of the movie. It's Jenna Ortega. They know they can make a lot of money from
But
her.
the whole thing for Scream is a commentary on horror films. So why are you gonna stop at a weird spot? And I swear to God, if we go to see this new one and they're like, man, it's a reboot, it's a sequel reboot, it's a sequel to the sequel of the reboot, the rules have changed. You do not know how to survive. If they give me that fucking talk again.
We did that 3 times, I think.
4,
5, and 6.
They did it in Scream 2. When the dude
right.
from the first one dies. No.
They did.
He gives the speech. Then in the third one, his younger... No, in the
girl
reboot
does.
in 5, or one of them, they have a video of him giving another...
That's 5, yeah.
This fucking dude died in the 90s, and he's got films recorded for every conceivable outcome for a horror film that they're just going to pop into a VHS anytime they need him for exposition.
6 is the second best. And the series has progressively gotten better since 4.
Since the reboot, yeah.
No, Scary Movie.
Scary Movie.
Is a bad movie.
Wayans brothers created something that for the time was phenomenal. Now, wow.
Boy, has it not aged
Wow.
well.
Oh my
It is aged
fuck.
like a nice can of, not even a can, a nice
Sardines.
bottle of milk.
Bottle of milk, yeah, nice,
you leave out in the sun.
nice 4-month-old bottle of milk. Just
How many of
fucking.
these movies are there?
There's 5 scary movies.
1, 2, 3.5, 4, 5.
There's a 3.5.
Arr. I hate this.
What?
I hate that there's this many. So, Scary Movie's bad.
Yeah.
It was atrocious. That's okay. There's a couple funny
The
movies.
only thing I will give it is the entire movie.
Yes.
They're making gay jokes. But he's not gay. And then out of left field, some other guy's like, no, but I'm gay. You're gay too, man. You make all those gay comments. And he's just like,
He's
no.
like, no, I just care about the way that I look.
Yeah, just like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Yet that dude almost died from a penis to the brain.
Somebody did die to a penis to the brain.
But he came back. He had the ear thing because they blew out his eardrum. He was one of the murderers.
Through his head.
Yeah, and he survived.
That's right.
And you missed
Yeah.
it. They were there for it, but the girl from American Pie who's in that movie,
Yeah.
you know how she dies?
How?
The entire time she's like, oh man, I guess I'll just play the victim and do whatever. He cuts off her head, and she's still talking, just like, oh no, I'm so scared. Like, you're already dead! Like, I know you're trying to be funny and you're doing whatever, but like, they went so above and beyond. I'm like, just finish the movie. The only thing I will give them is the thing that all the other Scream movies have, is the twist ending for who actually did it. If I didn't tell you,
I would have had no idea.
You would have had no idea.
Absolutely no idea.
it was Dewey.
I like that they Doofy.
Doofy. Which also
What?
would not be able to get away with in a million years. They're just calling him stupid left and right. He's clearly got mental issues, and they're like, man, what the fuck is wrong with that
What
guy?
is wrong with Doofy? Get him out of here. I don't
They
want to talk
named him
to Doofy.
Doofy.
And then the final scene is him walking out, and he goes, takes off the mustache.
Do you know what that's a reference to?
No.
The Usual Suspects with Kevin Spacey.
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
She drops the mug, it shatters because you realize whose it is, and Kevin Spacey in that is also, he's not special or anything, but he's got like a bit of a limp, and he's whatever, and at the end of the movie, and it shows his feet, and he starts walking normal, just like in the end of Scary Movie, and it's just like, he was the one who did it the whole time, you're like, what the fuck? Even though, it's Kevin Spacey, so you kind of like...
You kind of understand he's a villain because he's a villain.
It's Kevin Spacey. He touches little boys and stuff, like, it's Kevin Spacey.
No, he was found innocent. I hope he does something. He's a great actor.
Like, not...
Stop! Enough! So Scary Movie, I think, is worse than all 6. No, it's better than 2.
It's better than 2. Which, hold on. We have to talk about that. How is the spoof movie
Better than one of the
that
action
has
movies?
aged horribly still better than Scream 2? And if it was that bad, how did we get Scream 3 through 6?
We said that and have wondered, but somehow Scream 7 starts filming in January. I'm perfectly fine with this.
I'm sorry, Timmy got snacks and I got distracted.
So Brendan, with this train wreck of an episode 73.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I can't wait till this audio doesn't work and we have to do this again.
I can't wait until we get up and see one of the cameras turned off.
We apologize in advance. We're trying something new. It's been a shit show.
It has been a shit show, but you know what? I'm fine with it. Brendan,
Yeah.
what are we doing next week? Please tell the people.
Doing another episode.
We're going to watch Ahsoka.
We're going to watch Ahsoka.
We're going to watch Expendables.
We're going to watch the Expendables. You're going to probably have to rent or something A Haunting in Venice, or I'm going to talk about it by myself.
I don't want to.
So do you want me to talk about it now? Do you want to add it on to this episode? Do you want me to talk about it?
Look, another cat.
Kitty. Do you want me to talk about it?
No, I don't want
It was bad.
to. One more time.
One more time. Coming up, we're going to review Trolls.
Oh, is that next week?
It's a week or two from now because Justin Timberlake and all of NSYNC did Hot Ones, so like it's got to be
That was
soon.
a great episode.
I didn't watch it yet. Don't spoil it.
Joy Fatone says fuck a lot.
My favorite thing is that Justin Timberlake was in a boy band. He then transitioned to movies where he was the young hot guy who everybody wanted to be. Then he did things like Bad Teacher, where he's the middle-aged guy who's still mildly attractive, and he's officially hit the age where he's just the older guy where like, no, it's like a little weird if you start hitting on him, to where he's done nothing and he's like, man, let's get the boy band back together. Because you know all the rest of them are like, hey, I'm running out of money, let's do this. But it was just waiting on him. What
Joy
else?
Fatone was just performing in Epcot.
For the boy band. That was his warm-up.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so, Brendan, what did we do last week?
Ahsoka.
And?
I don't remember.
A hat.
A hat. What's in it? Watch the last episode.
Okay, folks, links for everything is in the bio. Follow the social medias. Mother of God, Brendan,
Save us.
make the pain go away.
The
Have a good
pain
night.
stop.